All right, guys, we're back in the building, back with some more boxing, back with a little bit of breaking news. I was going to call it a night, guys, but I thought this was important to come out here and share it with the boxing family because this is when you're going to want to hear. Now, we're talking about Frank Martin. And first of all, shout out to the Spit Bucket podcast for putting this information out there. I know a lot of people aren't going to give him their props, but I want to when I hear information, I always want to give the people their props that it's coming from. But anyway, the Spit Bucket podcast dropped some heavy news about the Frank Martin situation. Now, you guys know Frank Martin was in negotiations, or he had agreed to a fight with Shakur Stevenson for the WBC lightweight title, which was vacated by Devin the Dream Haney. The fight was set to take place November the 16th in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, he pulled out of the fight abruptly, and there were talks of him ducking because he hadn't came out and said why he pulled out of the fight. Then he came out and made a statement about he's not ducking, but he never clarified why he pulled out of the fight. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt until he put that statement out. I did a video saying that I think he is ducking the smoke with Shakur Stevenson. Now we get this new information, and it kind of muddies the waters a little bit when it comes to that situation. Apparently, Frank Martin is not happy with his promotion company, Mandown Promotions, and Derek James. And I think a lot of it, from what I'm hearing, is stemming from the fact that he's not getting the attention that he needs with Derek James having so many other fighters in the stable now. Of course, he has Errol Spence Jr., you have Jermell Charlo, Anthony Joshua, don't forget Ryan Garcia, and of course you have Frank Martin there. And there's talks of him wanting to go back to his old trainer. I think he trained him out of Indiana, if I'm not mistaken. And the negotiations for the Shakur Stevenson fight, apparently he wasn't involved in those negotiations. It was Errol and Derek James who negotiated it. Frank didn't know anything about it, about the negotiations with, I guess, with the money aspect. And I think he was set to make $1 million, but I think he wanted more money, 1.5, maybe $2 million, being that it's a fighter like Shakur Stevenson, a dangerous fight like Shakur Stevenson, which I do get because it's no saying that he's going to win that fight. Now, I'm in the camp. I didn't think he was going to be able to beat Shakur Stevenson. I think Shakur Stevenson is just a better fighter overall. And I think he just wants to be, protected. He wants to make sure he's compensated well for going into such a dangerous fight. I will say this, you're a fighter. People expect you to take risk. And losing your O, that doesn't really mean that your career is over. I know a lot of fighters have that, that in the back of their mind. If they lose the fight, then, that's it. But your career can go on. But I do kind of understand him wanting more money for fighting the likes of a Shakur Stevenson because he's not happy with, the camp that he's in. So it's messy, guys. It seems like there's a lot of messy stuff going on there. And maybe that's why he was so reluctant to say anything on social media about why he's pulling out of the fight. So this is interesting news, and I don't know, guys. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens next. Errol doesn't talk a lot about that. You don't really hear Derek James talking about that. But if this is true, don't expect to see these guys together much longer. Frank Martin now doesn't have a fight. Shakur Stevenson is fighting Edwin De Los Santos, if I'm not mistaken. And we're just going to see what happens next with Frank Martin. But just breaking news, I wanted to share with you guys trouble in paradise at Mandown Promotions. And here's the thing. A guy like Frank Martin, I think he's a good fighter. I think, he does have some holes in his game that he needs to plug up. But all in all, I think he could be, I think he is a force to be reckoned with at 135. If he's not getting the attention that he needs, then he should probably move on. I think Ryan Garcia had that same situation. He felt like with Eddie Reynoso. He thought that he wasn't getting the attention. He thought Canelo Alvarez was hogging up all the attention from the trainer, and he moved on. He moved on to Derrick James. He moved on to Joe Goosen, and now he's with Derrick James. So we're just going to have to wait and see how that plays out. But interesting times in boxing. It just seems like ever since the Errol Spence Jr. loss, it's just, a lot of things been going downhill, or it's just been a lot of trouble over in the camp of Derrick James. You had Anthony Joshua with the lackluster win. You got Jermell Charlo going into the biggest fight of his career. We don't know how that's going to pan out. And now you got the situation with Frank the Ghost Martin not being happy in the Mandown camp. But anyway, guys, you tell me what you think about the situation. Do you think it's true? Do you think Frank Martin should leave Mandown Promotions, go back to his old trainer where he can get more attention? You guys let me know how you feel about this situation in the comment section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.